Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you, do a video today and talk to you about a dream that kind of made its way around a couple of years back. This all started with a post in a Facebook group I'm in from a woman who'd had a dream. This was during COVID, the first big year of COVID, that Cernunnos had presented her with a rotten apple. In talking to members of the group, it seemed that about 25 of us had all had a similar dream. Now, I went into the conversations, I was trying to pinpoint the similarities of the dreams. Was he coming out of the woods? Was he going into the woods? Was he back to us? Was he face? The only thing that was consistent in all of the dreams was the fact that he handed us a rotten apple. Now, considering the time we were in then, and it really hasn't changed much in 2 years, I see this in a lot of different ways. The rotten apple is a symbol for a lot of different things. One, obvious death, the rot, the decay, which just for me means change. The second, being an animist and naturist, having a farm, I understand that rotten apple. First of all, the apple is the vehicle for the seed. So that seed is the tree reproducing itself. It's new life. That can't start, that seed can't germinate until the food around it, which is the apple, decays and rots. So I understood that dream to be him presenting us, or letting us know, depending on how you look at it, how that change was coming, but that this change was also going to herald in a new time period, a new cycle, a new tree. A lot of people took it as kind of an ominous thing, and I did at first, but because there was no consistency in anything other than the apple itself, I took that was the meaning. The rotten apple was the meaning, not anything to do with the dream. Or not. The apple itself was the meaning, not necessarily how it came to each one of us, because they were all different. In the last 2 years, we have seen consistent change. We have seen the world violently erupt. We've seen our own country completely start to change in front of our eyes. And I see all of this being the herald for that change, the apple, so to speak, that's decaying, and the new that can come from that. Now, the fact that he was presenting each of the apple to us, to me, signified that he was giving each of us an opportunity, or letting each of us know that it was our duty to take that apple that he'd given us and plant it. Go do something with it. Nurture it. Grow it. Take those trees and put them where they needed. Apples are nourishment. Apples are, there's the phrase, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. He was giving each of us an opportunity and a message that we needed to go forth and be part of this newness, this change that was coming, this regrowth of things. This week has been quite a challenge for me. As you know, I've told you that where I am is a very rural place. It's a very conservative place. It's a very red place. And considering what's going on in our country right now, it's not really a place that, you want to rock a lot of boats. In my world, there are places where you can go rock the boat and you're going to be completely fine. So I find myself in this state of panic because I don't talk about my channel in public, especially where I live. I've shared my channel with close personal friends, and I've just let it go out from there to whom it needs to get to. And lately it has done just that. This week, I was kind of outed in my community, especially at my job. And I didn't know how to take it. Where I live is very Christian. Where I work is very Christian. And in this particular moment in our country, it has made me a little nervous. I always had an inkling that this channel would eventually be a doorway. I've always had an inkling that this channel was going to be a light for others. It would open their eyes and open their mind to different ways, lead them maybe down rabbit holes, help others find their path, yada, yada, yada. I've been very flip-sided as to what to do about the situation. I was very nervous when the said people brought up the fact that I had a channel that I've been, quote-unquote, kind of hiding. And I had a conversation with them. I hoped that if they watched the channel that it would open up a dialogue. I let them know that I didn't really want to lose, and I don't want to lose their friendship, their admiration, their respect. I respect these people. I like these people. Having said that, this morning I was panicky. This happened a few days ago, and so I reached out to a couple of folks who were unavailable, and so I sat down and I just asked Cernunnos. I just asked him, what's the deal? Like, what do I do? I've been trying to, like I said, go part-time at work to have more time to pursue my spiritual path and working with other people and this channel. There are a couple of videos I'm going to do of things that have happened lately, and because I haven't posted in a while, and there are a lot of things that have happened that I wanted to share with you guys. So I sat with him and I had YouTube on, and the first thing that popped up was a reading about how this tower moment that was about to happen in my life, or had just happened, would take me to another place of healing, a place of helping others heal, a place of helping others find their way. And it was just reinforcement of what I had planned for me. And there's a phrase I like to use that the universe kind of throws at me all the time, and a couple of the videos that I want to show is, this has been going on for a few weeks now. This brick in the head moments that I've been having. And so I finally feel like this is the universe's way of saying, look, you either shit now or you get off the pot. Literally, I feel like that's the message that's coming through. And I've heard it, and it calmed me down. I know that I will be taking a risk. And I know that this may sound silly to a lot of you guys, but that's where we are in the U.S. We are looking at a going back of a lot of ways of thinking for a lot of people who that way is right for them. Even though I think the majority of us are more progressive, where I live, it is really not. And I don't mean to drive home a negative thought. I'm just stating a fact. So I'm hoping that all of this is going to be okay. So I guess this is my coming out message, that this video is out. I'm quite sure it's going to spread where I live. I ask anybody who wants to send me energy positive, any reinforcement, any of that, to please do so. But I feel that it's going to be okay. I feel this is the Band-Aid that's been ripped off the wound, so to speak. And now I am at the position where I have to, like I said before, shit or get off the pot. I was at a really dark place this morning, and some thoughts popped into my head that weren't very good. And I thought about just taking the channel off. I thought about this is the panic that went into my head. But I feel okay. As an empath, you know, you guys, and the majority of you are. I'm not about to say anything you don't know. You know when you're an empath, and you have a tendency to absorb stuff around others. I'm one of the reasons why I want to go part-time at work is that the environment that I'm in can be a little daunting and a little negative for an empath, especially one that absorbs energies. And I don't deliberately do it. And believe you me, I don't. There's some energies I've come across that I want no part of, as you all do. So, until the next time, I hope all is well. And once again, I have to say this. I thank him for bringing you to me, and I thank him for bringing me to you. I think we're obviously coming together at the right time for each of us. And I hope that we can continue this dialogue and this walk together. Thanks.